Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole Glass, and this past weekend I attended the Pride Parade in Washington, D.C. to do some stock photography. So I figured I would talk you guys through what I usually take photos of when I'm covering an event like this. As you guys know, I actively contribute photos and videos to Shutterstock, which is a stock photography platform. I make most of my sales from editorial content, and a lot of these sales come from photos of news events, protests, parades, and other such content. I have actually never photographed the Pride Parade before, but I figured this is something that is newsworthy and might be worth photographing. So let's start with some numbers. If you search for Pride Parade on Shutterstock, you will find 844 pages of results. At the time of this video, that is. That's a lot, so we know that this topic is very, very well covered on Shutterstock. Now, if you had typed in Pride Parade DC on Shutterstock, before I uploaded my photos that is, you would have found 3 pages of search results. Only 3. And when I looked through those search results, I found that most of them were simply photos of parades, not the actual Pride Parade, but they probably had Pride as one of the keywords somewhere. There were a few photos of the Pride Parade in Washington, D.C., but it was very, very few. Probably about 1 page worth. Now, by the time I release this video, there will probably be at least 2 additional pages of Pride Parade photos from both myself and the other photographer that I went with, who is also a Shutterstock contributor. So when I go to events like the Pride Parade, there are a few types of photos that I like to focus on. 1, photos of the parade itself. Photos that show the location of the parade, the size of the parade, and photos that can be used when someone wants to specifically illustrate the Capitol Pride Parade. 2, photos of people enjoying themselves at the parade, facial expressions, smiling people, all of that. 3, photos of flags and other items that illustrate the concept of pride and LGBTQ, but that don't portray the location of the parade. These can be overall concept photos that can be useful all over the world, not just in Washington, D.C. 4, miscellaneous items. Maybe someone's wearing really funky boots, or you see something unrelated that might be worth photographing. Something that catches your attention and might be useful for stock photography. Parades are colorful places and you never know what you might find. And 5, video clips of the exact same things that I took photos of so that I can upload both photos and videos to Shutterstock. My guess is that the photos that showed the location of the parade are probably going to do better than the concept photos I took of just the flags or, the pride stickers, because there's a lot of concept photos up on Shutterstock already, but not specific photos to Washington, D.C. Like I said, there were only a few of those before I submitted my own photos. My photos were approved by Shutterstock just a few hours ago, and I just logged into my contributor account and I saw that a few of them have been downloaded already. So it's looking pretty promising, and I think I might be right in guessing that photos like these are probably going to do well on my account. So when you're looking for something to photograph, just remember to keep an open mind, and whenever there's a big event happening near you, think about whether it's worth it for you to go and photograph it. And also think about the different types of photos you can get out of an event like that. Yes, you can take photos of the event itself, but you also might find other little things and details at that event that most people are not looking at. Whether it's a pair of funky shoes, someone with really crazy hair, or other types of content that you don't usually see and that might actually be unique on Shutterstock. Now, if you've got this far in the video and you're wondering, how can I upload photos of people, protests, and all of that without model release forms? I do have a video that explains just how you can do that. It's called Commercial versus Editorial Photos. I'll link to that in the description below. Subscribe for more videos on stock photography and other photography related topics, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.